Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi allazina nastafa amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik sallam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik sallam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik sallam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Inshallah, today we will do the translation and short tafsir of Surah At-Takathur. And the word Takathur means competition and amassing worldly wealth. So this is the translation. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhaakum at-Takathur. You are distracted by mutual competition and amassing worldly benefits. Hatta zurtumul maqabir. Until you reach your graves. Kalla sawfa ta'lamun. No, this is not a correct attitude. You will know soon the reality. ثُمَّ كَلَّا سَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ. Again, you will soon know the reality. كَلَّا لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عِلْمَ الْيَقِينِ. No, if you had sure knowledge of the hereafter, you would not have been so distracted. لَتَرَوُنَّ الْجَحِيمِ. You will certainly see the hell. ثُمَّ لَتَرَوُنَّهَا عَيْنَ الْيَقِينِ. Then you will see it with an eye of certainty. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. Then you will be asked about all the pleasures you enjoyed in the world. So as you can see, this surah has 8 verses and it is a Makki surah. And Nabi al-Islam said something very great about this surah. So one day Nabi al-Islam went to the Sahaba Karam and he asked them, is there anyone from amongst you who has the strength to recite 1000 verses a day? 1000 verses. So Sahaba Karam replied that who can recite 1000 verses a day? Saying that it's a difficult task. And Nabi Islam replied back saying, so can you not recite Surah At-Takathur? Which means that the blessings and the barakah of this surah are equal to reciting to 1000 verses. So we should try and recite it at least once in the salah during the day to get this blessing. So what is this surah all about, right? This surah is a very practical surah if you think about it. It is all about amassing wealth. So what is this word takathur? Let's start with the word takathur. The word takathur comes from the word kasrat. And in Urdu, what does kasrat mean? Kasrat means extra. Kasrat means amassing something. Kasrat means to have a lot. And there are different meanings given to this by the Mufassirun. So some have written that it means to amass much wealth. Some others have written that it means that you take pride in the abundance of material good. Alright? And then in a hadith, Nabi al-Islam has said, he recited this verse and he said that it means that acquiring wealth but not paying out of it the obligatory dues. So what does it mean? It can mean multiple things, right? Such that Ibn Abbas anhuma has also said that this verse means that you amass much wealth. So it starts with hirs. It starts with being greedy. It starts with us, wanting more and more and more of the dunya. And this is clear that this is not only wanting more, but there is a competition. Takathur comes from above, which means that this is not a one-man show, right? It's an environment. It's a culture of competition. You surround yourself with people who want to compete in the dunya. You surround yourself with people who want to amass wealth. You surround yourself with people who don't only amass wealth, but they also feel pride in amassing wealth. You surround yourself with people who acquire wealth, but do not give its dues. And what does it mean by giving its dues? Zakat, the sadaqat. the fitra, right? So all the dues that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Shariat has told us to give, those are the dues of our wealth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts with a very strong ayah, right? Al-Takathur, that you are distracted by mutual competition in amassing worldly benefits. And all of your life will be spent doing this hatta zurtumul maqabir, until you reach your graves. That is, until you will reach death and you will be buried in your graves. And when you talk to the elders, when you talk to your grandfathers or elderly people around you in your family and your friends, they say, right, कि जिंदगी कितनी जल्दी गुजर गई, कितने आराम से ये जिंदगी गुजर गई, अब पता ही नहीं चला वक्त का. So what are they trying to say at the end? What they're trying to say is that everyone wants to work hard to earn halal, which is fine, but all of this passes extremely quickly until you reach your grave. And everyone has to reach the grave. It's our aqidah, it's our belief that every single human being will taste death. So what does it mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to tell us that we will be so involved and so indulged in this competition that we will not even realize it, and years will go by and decades will go by and generation will go by, so much so that we will reach our graves. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Kalla sawfa ta'lamun. And no, you will not know. Right? Why will we not know? Because we don't have ilm. And we did not know the truth in the dunya because this amassing of wealth had blinded us. Thumma kalla sawfa ta'lamun. And then there's a takrar, which means there's a repetition. That you will soon find out, right? And again you will soon find out. How will you find out? Kalla law ta'lamuna ilm al-yaqeen. Now there are three levels of ilm defined by, or let's say three levels of yaqeen defined by the Sharia. The first one is ilmul yaqeen, the second one is ainul yaqeen, and the third one is haqqul yaqeen. The least one is ilmul yaqeen. So I'll give you an example, right? So just think about, someone who's never gone for an Umrah, right? Where Allah opened the Haramain again for us, all of us, Ameen. So think about your children, right? If any of your children have never gone to do an Umrah or Hajj, so you keep telling them stories about Hajj, about how the Kaaba looks, how the Umrah is done. So for them it's an ilmul yaqeen, right? They have knowledge of it. Then imagine that you show them a video of someone doing tawaf, or you show them a video of someone praying in Makkah Mukarramah, right? In the masjid. So, and then they see the Kaaba on TV or on a video. That will be Ainul Yaqeen, because they've seen it with their own eyes. And once, inshallah, when they go for that Umrah and they see the Kaaba and they experience Umrah and Tawaf, then they will attain a level of Haqqul Yaqeen, which is very, very sure Yaqeen, right? That is the highest level of Yaqeen. So what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala trying to say here? That Kalla law ta'lamuna ilmal yaqeen, that no, if you had sure knowledge of the hereafter, you would not have been so distracted. That you would not have done this if you had the knowledge of the hereafter, which means that you have been ignorant of this knowledge of the akhirah. Right? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَتَرَوُنَّ الْجَحِيمِ, so much so that you will see Jahannam with your own eyes. So first you did not have ilmul yaqeen, but then as soon as you see Jahannam, you get ainul yaqeen, and then you will say, okay, ثُمَّ لَتَرَوُنَّهَا عَيْنَ الْيَقِينِ. Then you will really get ainul yaqeen, you will get, certainty from your eyes, and then what will happen? ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you, right? You will be asked about all the pleasures that you enjoyed in dunya. Ajib. And this is where our iman matters, right? It's belief in the unseen. It's belief in one Allah. We can't see Allah. It's belief in akhirah. We can't see akhirah. It's belief in Jannah and Jahannam. It's a belief in life after death, right? It's belief that, in the graves we will be tried. We can't see any of this, right? There is no empirical evidence to prove this, but still we need to believe it. So on the day of judgment, when the people will be shown Jahannam, then they will believe it, and then they will say, we spent all our lives in ghaflat. So what does it mean? Does it mean that we should not strive for the dunya, or we should not strive to earn halal? No, that's not the meaning. All of us, at least for the men, it is mandatory upon us to try and earn halal for ourselves and our families, to feed them halal and to earn halal and to also spend halal. And then how to how to fulfill the rights of your wealth. You fulfill the rights of your wealth by giving zakat in the right amount at the right time, by giving sadaqat, by helping the poor, by helping the needy. Alright? So once upon a time, there was a Sahabi, and I'll give more explanation on this through our hadith. There's a Sahabi who walked to Nabi al-Islam, and Nabi al-Islam was reciting the surah, and after he recited this surah, Nabi al-Islam said, the son of Adam says, my wealth, but you do not reap any benefit from your wealth except for that which you ate and you finished it, or that which you clothed yourself with and you wore it out, or that which you gave as charity and you have spent it. So if you really look, what do we do with our money? We either eat from it, we enjoy our food, but that pleasure is, again, it's temporary. Our food finishes, our money finishes. Or we either wear good clothes, eventually those clothes are worn out, that's also temporary. And the last is we give charity and we spend that money. So in terms of that money is going to finish. Either it's going to finish tomorrow or day after or in 2 years or in 5 years, etc. One day it's going to finish. It's finite, right? It's not infinite. This is the economic theory, right? Our needs, our wants are unlimited, right? But the resources we have are limited. So it's going to finish, right? No matter how rich you are or how poor you are, it's going to finish one day. So what we're saying is that, in another narration, it comes in Sahih Muslim that everything else other than that will go away and he will leave it for other people, i.e. the inheritors. So even if you're not able to spend all the wealth that you have in this dunya, what will happen to that wealth? It's going to go to the waratha, it's going to go to the inheritors, so eventually you're not going to take anything with you. So no matter how successful you are in dunya, in terms of the dunya alone, it's not that it's going to give you any fayda in the akhirah, unless you made it a sadaqah jariyah for you. And I'll give you some examples. The biggest and the best sadaqah jariyah, is to spend your wealth in a way that will continuously give you ajr and sawab in this world and the next. For example, by doing some work of deen, by funding a madrasa, by making a masjid, by funding a hospital, by funding anything that helps the poor, by making an orphanage, even by spending on your children's education so that they become good human beings, even on spending on your relatives so that they give you du'as for the rest of their lives, even on spending on the needy, spending on your neighbors. Anything good that you do with this wealth is going to give you ajr, which is going to be infinite. So even though the wealth is finite, right, you can use it to do infinite things. Now the choice is on us. Do we want to use this wealth to only do limited things which will die when we will die, such as amass wealth, have more property, have more investments? That will go out with us because we can't take any of that. On the other hand, we can use this wealth, right, to really invest in the akhirah. How do we invest in the akhirah? By helping others in need. And I said, in one of the tafseers I did last week, that actually the zakat we give is not our money. It's the money that belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, written in taqdeer that this money is for the poor. We are only the asbab. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using us as a means to spread this money out. Same for any sadaqah we give. Same for anything that we do, right? So don't say and don't give yourself the benefit that, I am so generous. I've made a masjid. I contributed to a madrasa. I contributed to a hospital. I contributed to falahi work of deen. It's not up to you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you this so that you can give it to someone else, right? If you wouldn't do it, Allah ta'ala wouldn't give it to you. He's going to give it to someone else. That's why, subhanAllah, there's so many different organizations in dunya who are doing so much work of deen and so much work of people who are poor and orphans, etc., and old homes. And it's, many of us are not part of that. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose someone else. So the people who are chosen for this, they also have qubuliyat. And they're actually investing in the akhirah. Okay? In another place, and this is in Bukhari Sharif, that Hazrat Anas anhu says that Nabi Islam has said, if the son of Adam had a valley of gold, he would love to have two valleys, and nothing but the dust of grave will fill his mouth, and Allah accepts the repentance of him who turns to him in repentance. So what does this mean? This just shows the nature of man. Man is greedy. Man wants more and more and more. If you have one shop today, you want two. If you have two shops, you want four. If you have one factory, you want two. If you have two factories, you want five. If you have one business today, you want two. If you have, if you're doing a job and you're at one level today, you want to get promoted. Once you get promoted, you want the next promotion. Once you get the next promotion, you want the seat of your boss, right? It never ends. It will never end. This is the cycle and the psyche of a human being. It will never end. And we see this around ourselves, and we actually contemplate on this, that some of the people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them hidayah, who are doing corrupt practices while either they're in the government or they're in some other big institutions, and we know that they're openly doing unlawful things, and we wonder, why is it that they have so much money and they still keep cheating people, right? So it's not that they need the money. They don't need the money. This is that greed, that never-ending deep pit. It's a never-ending well of greed that keeps you doing more haram and more haram and more haram. Right? Again, how can you turn all of this wealth into being halal? Right? So there's a hadith of Nabi Islam that every single person will be asked 5 questions. Right? The first question is, how did he spend his life? Right? So what did he do most of his life? The second question, in what pursuits did he spend his youthful energy? Jawani kidhar guzari? Because most of us, we waste our youth, and then when we become old, we turn to the masjid, we turn to Quran, we turn to tilawat, we turn to tawbah. That's fine as long as we do tawbah, but that is why it is said, right, that a person who turns to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his or her youth is much better than that person who turns to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in their old age. Because in the old age, they lose all of that attraction to sin, right? All that attraction that was there when they were young. The third question, how did he earn his wealth? Was it halal or haram? The fourth question, where did he spend his wealth? Was it halal or haram? So it's not only earning halal wealth, it's also spending it in a halal way. So maybe, we're very conscious of where we earn from and we want to make sure we earn halal, but are we spending in halal ways also? Are we doing something with our wealth that we shouldn't be doing? Right? Are we spending it in places that we shouldn't be spending? And it's a very, 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 very layman test you have. Any money that you spend, ask yourself, is this going to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Nabi Islam happy? Or is it not going to make them happy? Right? And that you can answer your question if you're spending it in the right way or the wrong way. Right? So anything that you do for yourself, for your children, for your family, which is halal, of course, it's going to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy, it's going to make Nabi Islam happy. I narrated this hadith last week also, that Nabi Islam said that the best of sadaqah is the one that you spend on your own family, right? So if you spend on your family with that niyat, even this is sadaqah, right? And this will also increase your darajat in the akhirah, inshallah. And then the last question will be, did he act upon the knowledge Allah gave him? So all of this knowledge that we have, all of these bayans that we listen to, all of these surahs that we're trying to understand, did we actually do amal on this, or did we just listen to this with one ear and from the other ear it's gone? So this is one of the hadiths from Nabi Islam. Alright? Okay. So what does it mean, to get wealth, and what does it mean in terms of getting yaqeen to this? So I'll give you another example. So when Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, went to Mount Tur to get wahi and revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Bani Israel, they started worshipping a cow. Actually, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam was told by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam got a wahi from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, your people have started worshipping a cow. But at that time, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam did not get very much affected because he was really engrossed into the whole process of getting the wahi. However, when he returned and he saw it with his own eyes, right, the tablets that he had of Torah, they fell from his hands because he was in such shock that, when I left, my ummah was a monotheist. When I came back, they're doing shirk to a cow, right? So this is the difference between having ilmul yaqeen and ainul yaqeen. So on the day of judgment, when the people who earned haram or who spent haram, when they see Jahannam, then they will really believe in these ayahs. And then they will ponder and say, why can't we go back? Why can't we have another chance at life? If we knew this, if we would have seen this before, we would never have done that, right? But unfortunately, that will be too late. There are no second chances. You have all the chances in this dunya. So even if you're doing something wrong today, we can do tawbah, we can repent, but then there are no second chances on the day of judgment. That's it. You only get one shot at life. In another hadith, Nabi Islam says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, right? There's another ayah, sorry. That inna sam'a wal basara wal fu'ada kullu ulaika kana anhu mas'ula. That surely the ear, the eye and the heart, each one of them shall be interrogated about. So what does this mean? It also means that all of the nema and all of the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we got, we will be asked about them. Were we thankful about them, right? Or did we just amass all of that as a competition? So our eyes will talk, our ears will talk, our heart will talk, our minds will talk. Every single piece of our body will talk. Our children will speak up, right? Every single thing that we amassed in this dunya will speak up, whether for us or against us. So we have a choice today, right? And the choice lies between, do we want to spend and earn our wealth in a halal way, or do we want to earn it in a haram way? Do we want to earn, what is our niyat of earning wealth? Is it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or is it to have that fake competition, right? And there's a famous hadith of Hadith Jibreel, right? Many of us know that it's a long hadith, but one part of that hadith is that one of the signs of this world coming to an end is that this world is going to, going to start having a competition in terms of building the tallest buildings. And we've seen that, right? Who doesn't like skyscrapers, right? When we travel the world, all of us like seeing skyscrapers. But at the end of the day, if it means having competition in the dunya, then these are the ayahs that we're looking at, right? These are the ayahs we're looking at. So we have to be very careful. There's a very fine line between earning to earn the raza of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and earning to please others, or earning to have competition, worldly competition with others, or earning so that you can be proud of what you've achieved, earning so that you can boast about your job, you can boast about your business to others, right? There's a very, very, very fine line. We always need to keep checking our niyat, that what is the sole purpose that we're earning wealth. Yes, we need to earn wealth to survive, but what is the sole purpose, right? And what is the purpose and maqsad of our zindagi? What is the objective of our life? By the way, the objective of our life is not to earn and feed our kids and feed ourselves, right? That is just the sabab to stay alive. The real maqsad of our lives should be to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala razi, should be to follow the footsteps of Nabi alayhi salam. And what does that mean? Once Nabi Islam was really, really hurt by all of the mushrikeen and the kuffar who were not accepting Islam. So Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam came to Nabi alayhi salam and he pointed towards the mountain of Uhud and he said that, "O Nabi, if you want, right, I can turn that mountain into gold and you can have all the wealth for the rest of your life." What did Nabi alayhi salam say? What was his reaction? His reaction was that I haven't been sent for that. That is not the maqsad of my life. I haven't been sent to amass wealth. I have been sent so that I can show the right path to the people, so that I can make sure that more and more of my ummah goes to Jannah, and I can save more and more people from the azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is Jahannam. So that was his maqsad of his life. What is the maqsad of our life? Getting a 6-digit figure or a 7-digit figure in our bank account? Is that the maqsad? Is that how shallow our objective of life is? Really? And if that is the objective of our life, then any person who has that 7-figure, 8-figure bank account, you think that person is successful? Really? So we need to go back and think about what is our maqsad of life. In another hadith narrated by Hazrat Abdullah ibn Abbas anhuma, Nabi Islam has said that there are 5 sins for which there are 5 punishments. So I'm just going to be reading the part of this hadith, the last 2. One of them is, those who curtail measures and weights, Allah will cause famine to break out amongst them. And Ajib, if you look at a lot of the traders, a lot of people in our countries, unfortunately in Muslim countries, who even in these times of lockdowns and in these tough times when businesses are down, they're still trying to cheat, right? They're still trying to get money from the poor. They're still trying to make as much money as they can, haram way. You see all of these videos, right? People trying to steal from grocery stores. People trying to sell the rations that were given to them because someone thought that they were mustahiq. People trying to amass the rations. People trying to act as if they deserve the rations when they don't deserve the rations. Ajib, the whole atmosphere is so ajib. We're still trying to cheat. Even in these times, we're still trying to cheat. And this hadith is exactly for us. That those people who are trying to cheat while doing trade, right? What will be the punishment? Allah will cause famine to break out amongst them. So don't complain when you have years of no rainfall, or don't complain when you have floods and all of your fields are, and your houses go away and all the agricultural land is destroyed and you become homeless. Then don't complain, because that is the azab from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last part of this hadith is that those who fail to pay their zakat, Allah will withhold rain from them. And a lot of us, right, who earn a lot of money, who have big salaries, have very nice businesses going, but when it comes to paying zakat, बहुत जोर की लगती है. It's only 2.5%. It's much less than the tax you pay. It's much less than the bonus you get. It's much lesser than the increments you get every year. You can't even give 2.5%. How hard does it hit you? That is really a test how much we love our money. We are calculating how can we reduce this. Asking the ulama for fatwas. Oh, I really have so many properties, but can I not give it on that property, etc., etc. Ajib, look at the condition of our heart. We have so much, we can't give 2.5%. What if it was 10%? We would have committed suicide, right? It's only 2.5%. Taxes in Europe are 40%. 40% taxes, huh? We're willing to give that, obviously, because there's no choice for people who live in those countries. 2.5%? Subhanallah. So we should check our hearts, right? We should check what we really love and how much we love our wealth. So in the end, it's really all about how we spend our dunya and how we really have an outlook towards our life. What is our maqsad, right? How are we earning? Where are we spending? The first check should be, are we earning halal? Halal doesn't only mean riba free or interest free. Halal also means, are we being just to our employees, the people who work under us? Are we being just to our employers, the people who we work for? Are we in a halal business, right? Are we doing the best we can at our jobs and our businesses, right? And I've seen a lot of articles, read a lot of posts on, how quick businesses are today to fire their employees in these tough times. And some of those businesses have earned so much over the last few years. Oh, subhanallah, if their businesses, owned by Muslims, take care of your employees. They've been with you for so many years. Can't you be with them for a few months? Do you really have to kick out your employees? Can you not pay out those losses from all of those profits that you've made for so many years? Right? Can you not reduce other benefits and really give those employees that salary that they really depend upon, the salary that pays their rents? It's ajeeb. And this is the difference between having a Muslim businessman and a kafir businessman. A kafir businessman is not really designed to think like this, because he or she only thinks about the accounting, about his P&L account, that how can I make this bottom line from red to green. But a Muslim businessman is not supposed to think like this. A Muslim businessman or businesswoman is supposed to think that how can I make sure that more and more people can benefit from my business. Even in these tough times, how can I make sure that I continue the salaries, especially of the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid, right? That is where you really make your business halal. That is where you're really investing in akhirah. You might be getting a hit on your business in the short term, but in the long term, you will not only get barakah in your business in this world, you will also get barakah in your business in the akhirah, inshallah. Right? That is how we need to think. And with that, we really, so one is earning halal, spending halal, right? And then how do we really justify our 9 to 5, right? Are we really spending that time in a wise manner, or are we not spending that time in a wise manner? A lot of us are working from home. How many of us are abusing that working from home, right? If we're working from home, our employers are actually trusting us on that. Are we really doing our best, or are we really, lazing away? And I saw a post on LinkedIn. It just showed a graph of all the movies and TV serials in Pakistan, and the biggest prime time has switched from late at night to right in the middle of the day from 12 to 3, if I recall. I'm sure everyone who's working from home is supposed to be working between 12 to 3, right? अजीब, हमारी हालत ही अजीब है. थोड़ी सी flexibility में मिलती है, we turn it around. We start taking advantage of that. This is also a haq, right? This is also a haq our employer has on us. That how much do we pay back? So, before it's too late, all of us have to taste death. All of us have to, stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of us have to give jawab on what we earned, how we earned, where we spent. So before that time and that day comes, let's ponder about it. Let's think that are we doing the right thing? Let's check our hearts. How much love we have for our money? How much love we have for our wealth, right? Are we doing enough for the poor, for the people who deserve more than us? Are we doing enough? We might be doing a little bit, but are we doing enough? Is giving only zakat enough? Yeah? Can we not do something extra? Right? And subhanallah, Pakistan is an amazing country. It has one of the highest levels of philanthropic work happening in the world. And that is because of our iman. Our iman makes us so strong that we go out of our ways to really help the poor and the needy, especially in these tough times. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us that iman, that we don't only amass wealth for ourselves, but we actually really earn the raza of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us halal earning and halal spending. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us realize, that there are so many people who are suffering out there. Wa akhir da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Inshallah, we'll end with a short dua. Subhana rabbil ala al-wahhab. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad barik sallam. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. Ya Allah, Rabbi Kareem, this is the month of Ramadan. This is the second Ashra. Awwalahu Rahma, Awsatahu Maghfirah. Ya Rabbi Kareem, this is the Ashra of Maghfirah. This is the Ashra when you forgive people. Ya Allah Rabbi Kareem, definitely we've sinned. We have no doubt that we have sinned. हमने गुनाह किए हैं, हम पाक साफ नहीं हैं या अल्लाह. Ya Rabbi Kareem, we admit our gunas, we admit our mistakes. Ya Rabbi Kareem, we know deep down in our hearts that we love our money, we love our wealth, we love all of the dunya that we have. We are so comfortable, Ya Allah Rabbi Kareem, but we also accept that it is only you who have given us all of this. We don't deserve any of this. It's only because of your karam and fazl that we have all of this. Allah Rabbi Kareem, make us be thankful. Ya Rabbi Kareem, हमें शाकिरीन में से बना दीजिए. Ya Rabbi Kareem, एक कतरा single penny that makes you unhappy. We don't even want to spend one single penny that makes you unhappy. Ya Allah Rabbi Kareem, give us barakah in our wealth. हम सबको हलाल तैयब वसी रिस्क अता फरमा. Ya Allah Rabbi Kareem, make all of us channels and modes of helping the needy, of helping the poor, of helping the people who are not so blessed. Ya Allah Rabbi Kareem, this is the month of Ramadan, the month of giving, the month of helping. Ya Rabbi Kareem, open up our hearts. Ya Allah Rabbi Kareem, ये जो वबा फैली हुई है, Ya Rabbi Kareem, the poor are the most affected. Ya Rabbi Kareem, they don't even understand what social distancing is. Ya Rabbi Kareem, they don't even have the means to do social distancing. Ya Rabbi Kareem, उन पे रहम फरमा दीजिए. Ya Rabbi Kareem, तमाम मुसलमानों पे रहम फरमा दीजिए, पूरी उम्मत पे रहम फरमा दीजिए. Ya Rabbi Kareem, इस वबा को खत्म कर दीजिए. Ya Rabbi Kareem, we know that this wabah is there because of our own sins. It's because of our own amal. Ya Rabbi Kareem, even in this wabah, we haven't stopped cheating. Even in this wabah, we haven't stopped loving dunya. Even though we're locked in our houses, we still love our dunya. Ya Rabbi Kareem, इस दुनिया की मोहब्बत हमारे दिल से निकाल दीजिए और अपनी मोहब्बत हमारे दिल में डाल दीजिए और अपने नबी अलैहिस्सलाम की मोहब्बत हमारे दिल में डाल दीजिए. या रब्बे करीम, इस दिल को दुनिया की मोहब्बत से खाली कर दीजिए. या रब्बे करीम, हमें अपनी दुनिया को दीन के लिए गुजारने की तौफीक अता फरमा, दुनिया को दीन पे खर्च करने की तौफीक अता फरमा. और या अल्लाह, या रब्बे करीम, जितने भी लोग बाहर निकले हुए हैं वो गरीब मसाकिन की मदद फरमा रहे हैं. या रब्बे करीम, इस मुश्किल हालात में भी मदद फरमा रहे हैं. उन सबको तरक्की अता फरमा, उनकी दुनिया आखिरत में उनको हसनात अता फरमा. या रब्बे करीम, bless them with dunya, bless them with akhirah. Ya Rabbi Kareem, help them in everything. Ya Rabbi Kareem, and protect them from this disease, protect them from all of the evil. Ya Rabbi Kareem, हमारे दिलों को खोल दीजिए. या रब्बे करीम, हमारे दिलों को बड़ा कर दीजिए. या रब्बे करीम, we only want to earn for ourselves, we want to spend on ourselves. Ya रब्बे करीम, make us earn for the ummah, make us spend on the ummah. या रब्बे करीम, इस उम्मत का गम अता फरमा दीजिए, इस उम्मत के लिए दुआ करने की तौफीक अता फरमा, इस उम्मत के लिए रोने की तौफीक अता फरमा. या रब्बे करीम, इस उम्मत के लिए अपनी जिंदगी गुजारने की तौफीक अता फरमा. या रब्बे करीम, कोई ऐसा काम हमसे ले लीजिए जो क़यामत वाले दिन जिसकी वजह से हमारी मग़फ़िरत हो जाए. या रब्बे करीम, हम हिसाब नहीं दे सकते. या रब्बे करीम, हमें कब्र के अजाब से बचा लीजिए, हमें कब्र के सवालात से बचा लीजिए, हमें क़यामत के दिन के सवालात से बचा लीजिए और हमें बगैर हिसाब के जन्नत अता फरमा दीजिए. या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, जितने लोग बीमार हैं उनको शिफाए कामिला आजिला मुस्तमिरा अता फरमा. जितने लोग या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम परेशान हाल हैं उनकी परेशानियों को दूर फरमा. या रब्बे करीम, रमजान के महीने में बरकतें अता फरमा. या रब्बे करीम, अपनी रहमत की हवा चला दीजिए. जिस तरीके से वायरस हवा में फैल रहा है, या रब्बे करीम, अपनी रहमत की हवा से इस वायरस को दूर कर दीजिए. या रब्बे करीम, गरीब मसाकीन, या रब्बे करीम, हर किस्म के लोग इससे अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं. या रब्बे करीम, हम सबको इससे बचा लीजिए. या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, हमें अपनी मदद नसीब फरमा, अपनी नुसरत नसीब फरमा. हमें तमाम असबाब जो प्रोटेक्शन के हैं उनको, या रब्बे करीम, उन पे अमल करने की तौफीक अता फरमा. या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, हम सबको बार बार हरमैन शरीफैन की ज़ियारत नसीब फरमा. हरमैन शरीफैन को खोल दीजिए. या रब्बे करीम, रमजान मुबारक में वो भरा हुआ होता था, आज खाली है. या रब्बे करीम, हमारे गुनाहों की वजह से खाली है. या रब्बे करीम, हमने उसकी कदर नहीं करी. या रब्बे करीम, कदर की तौफीक अता फरमा. हमें बार बार वापस हज और उम्रे के लिए कबूल फरमा, बार बार जो है ज़ियारत के लिए कबूल फरमा. या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, हमारे गुनाहों को माफ फरमा दीजिए. या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, हम सबको अपनी ज़कात अदा करने की तौफीक अता फरमा, सही जगहों पे अदा करने की तौफीक अता फरमा. और जो इदारे ज़कात ले रहे हैं उनको सही जगहों पे खर्च करने की तौफीक अता फरमा. या अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, हमें एक दयानतदार उम्मत बना दीजिए, हमें एक पाक साफ उम्मत बना दीजिए, हमारे मुल्क में लोगों को दयानतदार बना दीजिए. अल्लाह रब्बे करीम, जो मांगे वो भी अता फरमा, जो नहीं मांगा लेकिन मांगना चाहिए तो वो भी अता फरमा. या रब्बे करीम, अपने फजल करम से हमारी तमाम दुआओं को कबूल फरमा. रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम व सल्लल्लाहु तआला अला हबीबी सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व अला आलिहि व सहबिहि अजमाइन बिरहमतिका या अरहमर राहिमीन आमीन।